Hello, 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 welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome into my OGs Wagwan. So today I'm joined with the big man. The big man. So yeah, I'm joined with a man like Arnold today. Like we go way back, kind of. Don't we? Like it's been, we've known each other.
I used to see Paddy when he was like just small, running around, didn't I? Didn't have that this goatee going on there. Yeah. I was like,
listen, don't come for my little goatee, man.
That's it. I like it still.
Nah, honestly, yeah, like the journey's been mad.
But I love the energy you bring. You bring so much energy, and it's amazing. I was just gonna watch your videos. It just draws you in.
Stop it. Stop it.
He's gonna have an exclusive.
Oh snap! Oh. My first discount code, how am I gonna forget? Oh my days. Cheers.
So Paddy's gonna have an exclusive discount code. So yeah, so we're gonna put it in the description box. We're gonna create a link for the description box, so you're gonna get, a bit of discount on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just show me some love.
Yeah, man. Yeah, make sure you support the team. Come on. So what is God made clothing?
That's
it's like an interview.
What is God made clothing? Nah, do you know what? First of all, like, a little bit about my background.
Yeah.
I've been in the fashion game for a very, very long time.
All right.
Yeah, I used to, I've worked in retail. I've worked with over, brands and collabs with other brands, and throughout so many years, I just seen how, the fashion is changing, especially in Manchester.
Yeah.
And it's always been in Manchester. It's so much like we always to copy other people outside.
Yeah.
Kanye West releases, leather pants. You saw in summer everyone wearing leather pants, you know what I mean? Kanye West, wore a long, draping tee. Everyone's wearing a draping tee.
No, I hear you. Like literally, a lot of these. I won't name no names. I don't wanna fumble the bag in the future. But there's certain brands where as soon as Yeezy release something, they release all the copies.
And you know what? And it is important to follow the trend, absolutely. But where God Made came in place, after seeing all that and going through the whole sort of wave, I realized there's a lot of really cool brands like in America, Fear of God, and these kind of brands where they were following the trend, but doing their own thing.
Original.
And being original too. To me, it was the same. I was like, right, if I want to create a clothing brand, I want to make a brand, Pete, where you are going to have some trending things in the brand. However, it's going to be a bit of an identity to the UK market. That makes sense, because UK, if you look at music, grime, and even grime has changed a lot. We've got Afrobeat coming into it as well. So we're diversifying ourselves. But I feel like in the fashion world, we're very not really getting there yet. But you know what? I feel like now. It's getting there. It's coming along, man.
Wow.
Wow. So that was just a bit of that. I mean, God Made. It's actually mad how the name God Made came about. Like if you know me myself, I'm a religious man, but it was I wanted to make a brand, and I was going through so many names, man. Like literally, my wife knows I had a board in my room, my bedroom. Every day I'd write a name, and then I'll wipe it off. I'll sleep and I wake up in the morning, look at it. Nah,
that's not the one.
And then rub it off. So, and then I remember just sitting, and I was thinking about this, and I was like, what name? Because one name could have a meaning. Because when you buy a product, when you buy clothing, like people wear Gucci and they wear Fendi, they buy into the name. You buy into the name because you identify yourself with that name. You know what I mean? So I wanted to have a name that actually meant something. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's what looking through different scriptures and stuff like that. And I realized God Made. It was like the name, like it just came to me, man. It was like God, and then with that, it's so you can relate to anything. God made Paddy. You get what I mean? God made. It's just all around the name just made so much sense. You know what I mean? So I was like, right, boom.
You know what? It is something that just sticks out straight away. Like, I've not seen or heard of a brand named anything similar in any kind of way, and it made me think when I was like, God Made Clothing. It has a nice ring to it anyway, but it's one of those ones where you hear it and you automatically think there's deeper meanings.
Behind it.
There's deeper meanings to the brand. There's deeper meanings to the people behind it. Straight away, just from the name. But I definitely hear you. There's a lot of power in the name, and I think naming it God Made gives it even more depth and power.
Yeah, it just made so much sense, man. It just made so much sense. And you know what? It was weird because now, you know, when I was going through, you know, like, you know, the fabrics and the manufacturing and stuff, everything had to be right because of the name.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Like, it was like, you can't really make a mistake.
True.
Because of
you're putting God's name on it, so
it has to be like, you get what I mean?
That's pressure as well, though. That is pressure.
So everything has to be right, you know. So you can't just release just, you know, things just for the fun of it. So it was. I
mean, talking about that process, how long did it take you from when you had the idea to coming up with the name to the brand to where it is today? Like, how long is that process, that journey? Because obviously I understand as a creative, especially when you're passionate and you love something, there's a lot of there's a problem with having to make sure everything is perfect. And with that, you know, you can take a long time trying to make and you, as you were saying, you would come up with a name, wake up, scratch it off, come up with a name, wake up, scratch it off, you know. So that journey must have been long. Like, so how long did it all
the whole process took a year.
A year?
Yeah, a whole year.
Yeah.
No, because I like everything to be perfect.
I hear you.
The longest process was designing.
Yeah.
Because I said, like, the joy is, it's funny because, you know, a lot of people think, oh, you know, you just, you know, get a t-shirt and, you know,
my days.
Put your logo on there.
It's not like that.
You release it, it's gonna sell out. You're a millionaire tomorrow.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
That's far from it.
Yeah, it's funny because people think that clothing brands are like a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah. Just do a clothing brand, wrap it, I'll be rich. You know, everyone's gonna buy it. Oh, I know my guy. You know, he plays football. He's gonna post it, bro. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. So the whole process was actually the design. I wanted to make. You know, actually, one of my boys told me this, and when he said it, I was like, "Wow, that makes so much sense." He said to me, "You know, you're making timeless pieces. So where throughout the years, you can just release different colors, and they will just still be there." And that's just like, you know, the stripe jumper. But there's a massive story behind the stripe jumper. I actually did design this.
Did you?
My brother designed this. It was crazy. It was crazy, right? Yeah. So, like, but so the design process, it's the longest process was for me because I wanted to know, you know, it wasn't just designing, you know, the stripe jumper or the stripe tee, or it was, you know, what fabric we're gonna use. Yeah. You know, what manufacturers we're gonna use. You know, where we're gonna put the label. How's the label gonna look? So even if you look at a label there, I don't know if you guys can see it. Well,
let me bring it up to the camera.
Yeah, you see right it. So even just like things like that is, you know, designing, you know, just the label at the back of the tee, that when you wear it, it doesn't scratch your back, and it's not itchy.
Yeah.
Everything like took a long time, and that was the longest part of it. Obviously, you know, finding the right name. It didn't take too long, but it did also, again, you know, I took my time with it. I wasn't rushing it. I wasn't like, you know, I want to release this, you know, in 3 months.
Right. So there wasn't like a time pressure that you put on yourself.
No,
you just wanted to take your time and make sure everything was
right. Was perfect. Everything was right.
What's the story behind that, anyway? Now that you've mentioned it.
Right. So it's funny. So whenever I'm with like people that they know fashion, like yourself, or you know, like people that they know what they're talking about. Yeah. I always try to pick the brains. Yeah. And be like, yo, just have a look at this.
Look at this. Yeah.
Do you know what? And I always believe that, you know, one brain is better than, you know, sorry, a million brains is better than one brain. That makes sense. You know, I could look at a piece and look at a piece and look, and I kept looking, and so I was seeing my brother, and you know, he's very creative. Yeah. He's a very, very creative guy. Yeah. And you know, he's got his music releasing soon and stuff like that.
Oh,
right. He's been keeping it a low key.
You see, Manchester, man, there's so much going on. I'm excited to hear that, man.
Absolutely. And I said, he goes, yo, bro, I was just looking at what are you striping? I was like, yes. I was like, definitely. So right then, I put out my laptop, Photoshop, we started designing it. And then boom, and I was like, yo, that's amazing.
You know what? It is, creativity is a joint process. It's a collaborative process. Yeah. Like, sometimes it just takes one person to look at something differently, and then you're just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
that's it. It's like a eureka moment.
Just straight away, you just think like, wow. I think with a clothing brand is there's two things, right? You can either build a brand or you can just do a fast fashion brand.
Facts. Yeah.
If you think you're like, you know, I want to make money, I don't really care about fashion. You might not make money because you have to care about it. But you know, a fashion brand, you know, a fast fashion brand, you know, you're just doing things quickly. You know, you just
churning a load of things out.
Yeah. But that's not what, you know, Godmade is, and that's not what we want to build. We want to build, you know, an actual brand where, you know, you can relate to it. You feel like you're part of the community. You feel like you're part of something when you actually purchase it. That makes sense. That's the sort of thing I want to do. I want to take time and actually designing it and designing the pieces piece by piece before we can, you know, release it.
So you see the amount of work that goes into I mean, I think a lot of people do kind of, they don't understand what goes on behind the scenes of a clothing brand. I mean, they see a page on Instagram and even just that, actually I wanted to ask in terms of like social media and marketing, because so many people say, you know, as long as you market something right, you could even sell like a sack of potatoes. As long as marketing is done right, you can sell anything. So how was marketing for Godmade? Like, how did you know, where did you want it to go? What was your target audience? What was the vision that you had in terms of, you know, how you wanted to package it to people?
Yeah. Do you know, I do agree to a certain extent where, you know, if you market something right, people are going to buy it. Yeah. That's if you know David Beckham personally.
True say.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you know someone, you know, in a personal basis where they already have that platform, and you know, if you know Dwayne The Rock Johnson, they put in their post, boom, you're gonna be, of course. But with Godmade, you know, it was mainly, now we're still going through the process of it. You know, it's Instagram is the biggest one. You know, we reach a lot of people on Instagram. We're now getting like, you know, quite people that's like verified on Instagram and stuff like paying us up. Do you know the sickest thing is when you get a message from someone that's like verified on Instagram, or they've got like 200,000 followers, and going, bro, that is sick. I'm like, what? You're like, this is sick. You know what I mean? And you know, so we've actually had a lot of people sort of hit us and reach us, and that's how I know that the product is right. That makes sense. I've turned down certain influencers. On
Why
Instagram.
is that?
It's because, again, you know, like, joy is. It's
go on.
When you go, like, you know, there's a lot of influencers and hashtags to them, and you know, they're making money and charge, you know, £1,000 per post or whatever. Fair enough, that's cool. I feel like, you know, we've Godmade, you know, the influencers that we use, you know, you have to actually have a caring fashion or some sort of interesting fashion. You know what I mean? If you go on an influencer's brand and they've got like 1 million people, like different brand, you start to think, you know what, it's not genuine. I mean, this person don't really genuinely care.
They'll just put on whatever.
They just put whatever to get paid. That makes sense. So we're very, like, you know, we're very selective on, you know, what influencers will wear our stuff, and you know, who we would send it to and stuff like that. So that's, again, you know, like, now that works in our favor and doesn't at the same time, because you know, if you get someone that's got 200,000 followers and they want to wear our stuff, and I'm saying no, you know, potentially 200,000, that's fine, but I'm alright with it. But I know that the people that we're reaching are the right people.
You see, I think a lot of people don't kind of think of that side of things, and I think in terms of what you've said, you're looking at it as something you care a lot about. You're looking at something you're investing a lot in, and it's not just a fast fashion thing. So you're not bothered about just putting it on every. You're kind of looking long term.
Absolutely.
Which is what a lot of people don't do, especially in terms of fashion. They're just like, you know what, all my days he's got a blue tick, so definitely sending a piece to him. But as you've said, I don't think it is a bad thing to be selective, because as you've said, if they've got like 1 million brands that they've worked with on there, then their followers aren't really buying in. They're not going to buy into every single brand.
No, it becomes a bit like when you go to the, like, their followers know. Let's say if they post a piece of a brand, their followers kind of know, oh, that's just something that they did.
Exactly.
So you know, but there are some really good influencers on Instagram where they just post different brands, but they do it so nice. It's like you go and they've worked with 10 different brands, but it's just clean. Like it's not, oh, you know, this person's done that, but it's just clean. So,
and I think it is a massive thing. I think Instagram and influencers can, I don't want to exaggerate it, but they can make or break a brand.
No, absolutely.
Getting it on the right people.
Absolutely.
And if it's the right influencers, they've got the right target audience, the right look, the right style, and they relate to the brand. And I think what you've said is so important in terms of caring about their page and their posts and who they work with. You can tell the kind of Instagrammers who put so much effort into each one.
picture.
It's not just a paycheck. Like they view that as real passionate work.
Absolutely.
And you can clearly see that.
And if someone does that to their work, I see that, like, you know, and I appreciate that because I'm putting so much effort into my work. I want to put so much effort into your work. So if we collab, we're making something sick.
And as you've said as well, you've put God's name on it. So you want to make sure it goes to the.
Trust me,
it looks right.
We get DMs from, like, you know, girls like, yo, sorry, we can't. Your page is not exactly.
We can't have God's name on that.
On that. You know, I appreciate the message, but unfortunately, we can't.
But you know what? I mean, it can be difficult, obviously, especially in the early stages when you're turning down so many different things. But in the long term, this is what stands, you know, like so much changes. There's such a cycle on so many things. But if you put your foot down and you believe this is it, this is the vision. Like people will eventually buy into it. And people will
you'll get it. You'll get it later. You'll get it.
Like people will see how authentic it is, and they'll see through. Like honestly, there's so many brands that I see on Instagram that you just look at the page straight away and you just sigh. You're like, bro, like
fair enough.
You know, like obviously everyone's doing their own thing, but there's a difference. You get me? And like when you go on God's Made's Instagram, there's a difference straight away. And a lot of people don't really think about this, but actually, I'll ask you about it. So let's say one post. What goes into that post, or what goes into a shoot day, or what you know what I mean? Like this is, people just see the post on Instagram, they're like, oh, that's a nice picture, but you know, there's angles, lighting, models, you know, how's this piece gonna look? Where do I want to shoot this piece? And you know, what thoughts go through your head behind each you know, post on Instagram?
Absolutely. No, do you know what? That's so true. It's we don't just post randomly. We don't just post like, you know, mainly the shoot. So when we're shooting, we shoot one shoot for the Instagram and we shoot for the website. Or we shoot for the clothing that's coming. So we always, you know, sort of, you know, have two different shoots. So what's the difference in? So what I like to do with Instagram, I like to keep the pictures pretty natural as possible. Sort of, you know, not highly edited on you know, on Photoshop or not high, because I want you to, when you actually get the product. It's what you saw on the image. Do you know what's actually crazy, right? The amount of time I see this is like, you go on a website and the clothing looks so good. Like, you know, either it's a jacket. I see a lot of women's clothing. Like my wife is always ordering online. Like the model looks amazing on a piece. It arrives to your house, and you're like, what is like, you know, what happened? Do you know that is because that they, you know, a lot of brand invest so much money into actually making a bad quality product look so good online. That makes sense. And that's one thing that I realized and I wanted to stay away from. It was, you know, literally what you see on our website is what you get when it arrives to you. That makes sense. That's in absolutely everything. And we have days where we post. It's like, you know, scheduled days that we post. And when we post, there's a trend, so it's hashtag Godmadeclo. That's a trend that we're starting on Instagram as well. So just to get that going up, apologies for that, just to get that going. And in terms of what you're saying, of what you see is what you get, how does it arrive? Like, so like, you know, when I was building it, and you know, one thing I realized, like, I tried to think about everything as much as I possibly can. So it was the experience we got made. I want you to get a top experience, even though you're not spending £500 on a tee. I want it to be a £500 experience. That makes sense. So it was, how does it arrive to you? What kind of, you know, how does it come packaged? You know, how do we package it, releasing it? So the other thing I came up with was the box. So this was the Godmade box. So again, we designed this box. So black and white on the side, and then it's a matchbox, and then you've got a Godmade logo on there. And when it arrives, I've got left other stuff upstairs, to be fair.
Yeah.
So it's like a matchbox.
Yeah.
So you slide it out. The piece is actually in there, and it's wrapped with like, tissue paper and everything.
I like that.
Yeah, and then then goes into a bag, and then that's posted. So when you get it, you get a box actually coming to you, and then just
So you care about every single process. What have you not thought about? What has like surprised you through the whole thing? Because I'm sure there's been some things where you've been like, oh wow, right, didn't think of that. But you've had to obviously roll with it.
Do you know what it is? It's our website.
Yeah. So it's IT issues. It's always technical problems.
It was with a web. So when we launched, I didn't think we're gonna get so many people onto the website at one time. Right. At one time.
Right.
So I remember speaking to my guy. I was like, nah, bro, don't worry about it. He's like, you sure? I said, nah. You're not gonna have so many people on the website at one time for the first to crash. We launched. Obviously, I've told all of the influencers, all of my friends, everyone told about it. I was driving back from Leeds.
Yeah.
So we've launched. I was in Leeds when we launched, and then we're driving back from Leeds. I think it was like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And my bro's belling my phone now. I was like, what's going on? He goes, bro, the website's crashed. I was like, are you kidding? I'm on the motorway. Yeah. I can't even ring my. Do you know? Yeah. So my web designer, we're friends. Really cool guy. You know, the website they actually called Made by Shape. So check them out. They're amazing. So I called Andy at like 1 a.m. in the morning.
It's probably in bed.
I was messaging Andy, calling him. He didn't pick up.
Of course not.
Bro, I literally got back to Manchester. I ran upstairs. I ran upstairs. And then went into it and changed it all up, and then I managed to get it working. But yeah, so now it's that do you know what it is another thing what people forget with a clothing brand. It's also a business. Yeah. So it's just keeping your business head on. Because a lot of the time I think, do you know what? I'm focused on design. I'm focused on what we're releasing and what's coming next and stuff like that. You start to forget about the business side of things. You have to make sure all the emails are checked. Make sure the website is running smoothly. Because, bro, we've had a few orders where people try to do fraud or bro. It was
Yo, be fraud boys don't rest. They actually don't chill.
Trust me, bro. So I've had emails coming through saying, "Oh, this order, you used a fraudulent account."
In terms of copywriting and setting up the business,
that's so important. You have to make sure. You have to make sure your business is set up with company house. Your tax. The tax man will come for you. Man.
Oh man, tax man and death. Guarantees. They're guarantees. They're always coming. Always coming. So
yeah. So make sure all your stuff, your paperwork, it's all right.
Yeah.
And man. But it's good.
Amazing. That's beautiful. So let's talk through the pieces then.
Right. So when we launched with 8 pieces.
Yeah.
I did bring all of them downstairs, but it's all nice. So the ones that you're wearing right now,
obviously gotta make sure you can see the whole thing.
So that's the Godmadeclo tracksuit. One of the signature tracksuit is the stripe. So you got the 2 stripes on the left leg and then the 2 stripes on the right side of you. You've got 2 zip pocket in the front, and then you've got 2 zip pockets in the back as well. Another thing as well, so these pieces, the quality of the clothing is actually French terry cotton.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Wow.
And
just to give you pronounce the material, bro. But
just to give you an idea as well, it's whenever you design pieces, it's the heaviness of the pieces.
And as soon as I put this on, I felt it. Felt the difference,
yeah, and that's what you call a GSM of a quality of a piece. So normal GSM on a hoodie, on a jumper, sorry, it'll be like 220, 230, 250. Yeah, that's 320.
Wow.
So it's a lot more. Even the pants as well. So the pants are 320 as well. And you've got these 2 zips at the bottom.
I noticed 2
zips at the bottom. I actually brought another piece here, so that's another one that we do. Comes in tissue paper. By new one. So you've got the 2 zip in the back there, which close, but then it also covers it, so you don't actually see the zips in the back. And then you've got the 2 zips on the side here. Now the reason why I put this is, whenever you wear like a tracksuit, and then you're wearing, let's say, like Air Force Ones or that kind of platform, a silhouette trainers. you find that your pant is actually it's not sitting right on top. It starts to like create like build like a weird sort of shape at the bottom, crease at the bottom. So what I done was I opened up the zip. So what you can do,
it just glides over.
It glides over. So when you open up the zip, it actually sits on top of the training.
Love that.
So yeah, because I even myself I'm tall. So whenever I'm wearing pants, I wanted to look nice and straight. I don't want it to look a bit. So that's why I did that. So you can actually wear this. Actually, I've styled it with any trainers. Any trainers. Designer trainers.
There you go. So you have the challenge of finding a pair of trainers that you can't wear.
You can't.
That's the challenge.
Style it with absolutely anything. And then what we put there on this particular piece, I put a beige drawstring on front, and then what I did was I kept a natural fold at the end.
There's one on these ones.
As well. So that's the black one. So we get the natural fold. I just think it just makes it look a bit more
it does
different in terms of a tracksuit. So which is cool. So there's those two pants there. There's the jumper. There's the tee as well. So the tees. So it was more on the fit. So it's an oversized tee. So the sleeve length comes to like your elbow size. Like I wear extra large, so like your elbow size. And it's sort of tightened that now. So she's just sort of matching it, mixing the matching style, which is good. Another one, it was on the arms. So I don't know if you can see on these arms here. So originally what idea I had was I love the idea of having a really heavy cuff.
I see.
So having a heavy cuff here, and then you've got sort of the draping on the arms. But then it's true to your body size as well.
I hear that.
You know what I mean? So
how long did it take you to actually get this right, or was it right straight away?
No. I sampled 7 different manufacturers. Sampled 7 different manufacturers, and the third one, she actually sent me some pieces. I liked it. We then edited, went back and forth, and then we got it right.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, the designs, I mean, the quality of the pieces are expensive anyway, but as well the kind of designs that you're putting on them. Obviously, like you have invested a lot in them, but you can see in the pieces that it's not just a quick
start.
Do you know
when it comes to design is not always just what's showing. That's a lot of people because I'll look at, for example, you look at like a Gucci hoodie, and I think why is this £1,000? But then if you look at it properly, you'll see the finish of the cuff, you'll see the quality of the stitching, you see the quality of the finish, because it's so even finishing a zip right, it has to look right. It makes sense. Like that's inside and outside. Yeah, it makes sense. So those things actually goes into the design process of actually designing something. So it's not just I've got a sick picture on here, it's oversized. That's a design. No, it has to. Yes, it's oversized, but how does it sit on the body? How does it sit on the, like you said before? Like I wore some oversized tees, and it doesn't look right. Like the neck's not right. It don't look right. So how does that actually sit on someone's body? And you're right, you have to think about obviously you get man that just bang jib. They want everything to be tight. Literally. They don't want to show everything.
100%. That's why the bang jib.
That's the bang jib. You know what I mean? So when they actually when I was designing, man, it was funny. Every time I design, I still think about all these things. But then there's some people that don't want to show their body. They're not really comfortable of people seeing. Not necessarily they don't have a bad body. It's just that they don't want. It makes sense. So again, it's thinking about all these things and putting it into put it together, basically.
Boom. And
so do you know what? This is actually one of our best selling.
I was gonna say the color as well, and it's just such a distinct looking piece.
It's do you know what's such a funny? A lot of people, a lot of my friends actually, when I show them this piece, they're like, I don't know, I love it, but that's like more Young Bane. That's more Young Bane, so. Actually, and now they can't stop wearing it. It makes sense. It's one of those pieces where I absolutely love it. We went with the yellow because I remember when the mustard yellow's coming into fashion. You've got the neon green, the mustard yellow. It's not just black anymore. is people who go to someone's wardrobe and they'll have so many colours and, you know, oranges, and so that's so, you know, colours I want to bring to, like, you know, throughout the design process. I've got some the hoodies are coming.
Hey,
some neon green.
I've had a little preview and they're looking mad, mad.
The neon green tees are coming. That'll be soon as well. So we're bringing a lot of different colours into it. Yeah, so this is one of the ways that we're styling the website. So it drapes, so we'll put a black tee underneath. Yeah. So the black matches also with the black writing, and you've got the mustard yellow on top. You can rock it with jeans. I love wearing it with these God-made pants. These ones here, because they just look sick. And then you can wear Yeezys and whatever you want to wear. You know, Gucci trainers or Nikes or Air Forces.
Yeah, I was scrolling through my Instagram and I just see Wes walking with Megan and his. Oh, and I was like, yo, hold on. Let me scroll back up. What?
Do you know what? That was actually crazy, right? I hope you can put a picture up.
Yeah. I'll put the picture up so people can see.
That was crazy because obviously one of my friends speaks to him and knows him. Yeah. And then, you know, I was like, yo, let me just send him some piece. I was like, let me send him a piece and see what you think. Yeah. Unfortunately, because he's tied down with another brand right now, he can't post it. But I was with my boy, and he goes, "Yo, bro, have you seen the Daily Mail?" I was like, "Bro, I don't. What?
Who reads the Daily Mail?"
He goes, "Yo, bro, go on the Daily Mail right now." I went on the Daily Mail, and I saw Wes wearing this, wearing this piece, and
I bet that's even more satisfaction though, because it's in the papers.
It's in the paper, and you know what?
To wear it
absolutely. Do you know what? I thought that gassed me up a bit more. It was that the fact that he wore that because he wanted to wear it, and he thought, "Wow, this is just sick."
He wasn't getting anything out of it. He wore it just because he liked it.
Because he liked the piece, and so that just shows me, like, you know, the product is right. So just getting it out there, man.
Beautiful, man.
Right now we're working on some pieces to add on to the collection. Now we're gonna start working on the second collection. I will start thinking March, April for the summer, spring, summer, so our collection. But yeah, we've got so many things coming. Again, you know, we're always keeping the same work ethic, the same sort of integrity into the pieces that we make.
I've noticed a lot of the people, even the models that you use on Instagram, like in so many ways, the people that you work with are people that you know already.
Do you know what? That's intentional now. Yeah. Because it's actually mad. I always said that, because we're starting our brands ourselves. I want to work with people that are also starting out. Yeah. And I want to work with people that's in Manchester or locally. That makes sense. Manchester, London, like locally. The reason because of that is I could go to a well-established photography company and get them to do my pictures. I was like, no. I'd rather go to starting out photographers. You know what I mean? Like, you know, one of my guys, Lionel, you know, he's actually, you know, set up his own sort of business. He's just graduated. He does all my pictures, and he knows that he's always going to do all my pictures. I said, bro, you have no choice to do it, because you can do it, and you've got a professionalism about you, and I want you to do it. And, you know, especially, you know, even with the website, I stuck with the person that was with me since back in the days. That makes sense. You know, he's growing, we're growing. He does our websites, he looks after it. You know, with influencers or with, if I can reach people that are also starting in their field and loving their field and actually doing good work in it, I want to work with those people.
Because you like to involve everyone in the city, you know, everyone that's doing this. You know, for example, you know, you hit me up for this. You know, you got Toby modelling.
Yeah, I got Toby modelling. Toby. Do you know what? I've known Toby for time. Bro, as an example, literally. I used to go when we were younger. I used to go to Toby's house. Yeah, you know, I know his mom, I know his dad, you know, his family, and, you know, I know him for time. And we lost connection. And then I saw Toby was modeling. I was like, yo, Toby. I hit him up. I told him, yo, bro, we have to work together. And, you know, because, you know, I see what you're doing and you love what you're doing and you're doing good at what you're doing. Bro, let's do it. Why not?
Exactly. This is what Manchester needs in it, like, at the moment, because there's been so many different camps in the city, and like if we all just come together. I'm gonna link every bit of information that you'll need in the description box, and whatever you need to click will be coming up in the screen as well. I want you guys to obviously join in the discussion. You know, let us know what you think of the brand, the pieces. Honestly, like I keep saying, I don't work with many brands because I'm very specific about who I choose to work with, and genuinely, the pieces that I'm wearing right now and the quality is like one of the best that I've worn. You can tell how much thought and passion that Arnold's put into every single one of these. So I would highly recommend that you guys buy it. Even like forget everything, you know, like to do with, you know, me or anything like that. That genuinely just try out these pieces, and like you won't regret it because it's genuinely high quality. Use the discount code, and yeah, show that Paddy love and support, that Manchester support, that B spirit and that, you know, that B spirit, you know, them ones. Man like Arnold, do you want me to link any of your socials here?
Yeah. Put up King Caesar. On Instagram.
So his socials will be coming up. I will link them on the screen or in the description box as well. And as I said before, join in the discussion. If you're doing anything creative in the city as well, you know, hit us up, because like I said, we all wanna bring everything together, and we all wanna, you know, make the city as big as possible. You get me? Man, thanks for coming through, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for coming.
It's been a vibe. Yeah, honestly, yeah, there'll be more. Maybe I might do like a little BTS on one of his shoot days, just to show you guys what I go on. Like I wanted to do this conversation so people can understand what goes on, not just behind any clothing brand, but behind, you know, a clothing brand that has a future, you know, someone that puts a lot of thought and passion into their craft. So I hope you guys have actually got a lot out of this, even if, you know, you don't particularly want to buy the pieces, but you know, the information that you've got out of this, I hope it helps someone. But yeah, make sure you use that discount code. Yeah, we'll be watching.
It runs out soon.
So. It runs out soon as well. That's it for today though. We hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.